trying to seek a better relationship with God. And not even that, for the ones that have found God, congratulations and continue on your path. It's definitely not easy, but it's rewarding. So even for the ones that haven't, sought him yet, please do, because when you do, your life will be so much better. But in the meantime, don't let no one knock you off your square, and definitely don't let no one knock you off your square, and definitely don't let nothing knock you off your square. This is information that I need to take in myself and live by, because even though I've gotten better in the past, there was a few times where I did let people get under my skin. I did let people, knock me off of, my concentration of what I was trying to get done at the time. And maybe it was for good reason, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I was younger at the time, so I really wasn't, trying to hear it. But now that I'm older, it's like, yeah, I'm definitely paying attention and not allowing people to do that, because by me losing focus on what I need to do, that just messes everything up in the long run. So now when it gets to that point, I just think of, was it in 1 Peter 5:8? It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, walketh about as a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. And that's definitely true. It's like every day we get up, we walk outside into a physical and spiritual battlefield. This is how I like to think of it. Because like we are vessels, for the Lord. He works through us. But just like the Lord can work through us, so can the devil. And it's like it's a battle for our mind and our body. And it's like wherever he can try to get in there and try to mess things up or try to manipulate you and control you to do the things that he wants you to do to mess yourself up, like he's going to do it. So you just got to stay on point at all times. Before we even reach our destination for the day, the devil and his minions are already there trying to cook something up. And even for your enemies, if they don't know where you're at, they'll definitely try to seek you out, to try to set you up, to get you to fall because of their jealousy, their envy, whatever it is, their inner battles that they have going on, that they have, that they don't know how to resolve on their own. So because they don't know how to resolve it on their own, the only way for them to get it through is to try to project it out onto you or to whomever else may be around at the time. So definitely be on alert for that too. Yeah, they'll definitely come and try to seek you out. I guess to some, it's better to attack rather than work on yourself. I mean, it don't make sense to me, but like I said, to some people, it makes sense. They figure that if they stop you, they'll feel better at the end of the day. But it's like, no, that's not correct. They won't feel better at the end of the day. It's like the same thing for ourselves. If we feel as though that by attacking someone else that we're going to feel better, no. By yelling at someone, are we going to feel better? No. Most of the time you end up feeling guilty because it's like, why did you do it? Or you didn't have to do all that. I don't know. There's different ways of going about things. But you'll definitely never get anywhere trying to destroy someone else. Like God has already seen everything. The only thing that we'll be doing, the only thing that they'll be doing is adding on to their own misery. The only thing that they'll be doing is adding on to their own misery. Yeah, by being so preoccupied with somebody else. I don't know. But then this takes me into the message that I want to say next. This morning, before getting up, I had a talk with God. One of my usual talks, like my prayer. Thank you for waking me up. Thank you for watching over me. Thank you for guiding and protecting me. Then I say a prayer for my child also. Same thing. Thank you for guiding and protecting my child. I ask that you continue to give them, guidance and direction to make the right decisions and choices throughout their, day to day and whatever else is on my mind at the time. So after that, I was quiet for a while, just repeating, Father God, Father God, Father God, Father God. I don't know why I do that, but it's just something that I do. I feel like it helps me get deeper into my prayer, my worship, whatever I'm going through at the time. So get quiet again. And then I know it's like an inner dialogue, inner voice, but to me it's God. To others it's the same thing. That inner voice is God to them. Some people might try to say, oh well, you're crazy if you're hearing voices, you're hearing this. No, no, no. If it's telling me good things, it's God. If it's telling me bad things, then that's the devil. That's something else that I shouldn't even be entertaining and all that other stuff. But this was definitely God. There's times where I've heard it before in the past, times where when I was going through what I was going through and God saved me, I heard it at that time. So at this time with me hearing it is definitely the confirmation and the same, just letting me know to be on point because something's going to be happening this week. So that just comes to me with like, so remember that last person that you ran into from years ago? And he's like, well, listen, the devil's bringing them back around. Whatever they were trying to accomplish then, they weren't able to do it. So they're coming back around to try it again. So I just need you to pay attention. Um, and he's like, they're only coming around because at the time I threw something in their way to keep them occupied so I could get you to finish what I needed you to do. So I'm like, okay. So then God says, remember when you saved the person last week? There was a situation last week when me and the person was working together. There was a situation that I noticed and I jumped in. And I don't want to say so much that I saved the person, but then in a way, I guess you can say that I did because I jumped in and I spoke something. So God says, at the time I was speaking through you to this person. And I'm like, okay. But it's like this person doesn't listen. So it's like this week that's coming up, something's going to happen and I need you not to interfere. I need you to be quiet and I don't need you to say anything. And I'm like, oh man, okay, like this is, I don't know. So I just start praying some more. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. So just asking, I wrote this down, hold on. So just asking about like why he doesn't want me to interfere is because like he's taking this person through things. And this person was supposed to stop and heed his message and the person didn't do it. And at the same time, he took me through some things to stop and take heed to what he was saying. And I stopped and I listened. So I guess that's what this whole wraparound is about to happen again for it because they felt as though that whatever they needed to do, they weren't able to do it. So they're going to reattempt again. So just to hear something like that, I'm like, ugh, like, do I just want to not even show up where I'm supposed to be showing up for the rest of the week? Or do I want to show up and just pay it no mind or just let it play out? But I'm like, to avoid it, it's really not going to do much because it's still going to happen regardless of if I'm there, if I'm not there. Like, it's still going to happen. Or it's just going to wait for me to show up. So I might as well just try my best not to, avoid it. Just let God do what he got to do. Like I said, when you save them, they weren't appreciated. They weren't appreciative. And if you continue to save them, they still won't show appreciation. They're not going to do anything but turn around and kick you in your back. I'm like, okay. And this person seems like that type of person. When I met them years ago, they seemed like that type of person. But I was just trying to give them benefit of the doubt because it's like, I don't know, maybe, maybe not. But then I'm like this with anybody. I never want to see somebody fall on their face. I never want to see somebody run into a type of situation. And if I know that I can help at that moment, I want to help. Like, I'm not the type that's just going to sit there, let it happen. I'm like, oh, I told you so, or I did this. Like, no, I'm going to sit there. I'm going to try to help you because I know if it was me in that same type of situation, I would want you to help me. I wouldn't want you to just sit there and be looking like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna watch this girl fall flat on her face. That's crazy. But yeah, I've just never been that type of person because I don't feel as though that I'll get anything good in return for being like that. But he goes to continue to say, but I need this one in particular to learn to stay away from you. Do not talk to you. Do not mention your name. To not even look your way. Now, like I said, this is a whole inner dialogue that's going on. I just said, oh my, like all that. He said, yes, all of that. All because their problem is they refuse to listen. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess, God, if you have to use me in this way to, get them to listen to what you're trying to get through to them, I guess this is what you got to do. But just continue to protect me and keep me safe while you do what you got to do. Like, I don't want to be harmed in the middle of getting done what needs to be done. But I don't think that it's anything like that. I just think that it's something to just show the person to where they have to stop doing what they're doing. Because it's like what you're doing is not making any sense. You keep trying to attack a person, and the person is not even doing anything to you. You got to make it make sense. I mean, unless you just have nothing to do all day, in which clearly you did got something to do, but unless you're just I can't even explain it because this is a grown person, but it's like unless you just have nothing else to do with yourself and this just seems to give you some type of satisfaction, there's no reason that you should be doing the things that you're doing. I'm like, oh man. So then I just go on to think like this. It reminds me of the Israelites being led away from Egypt. It's like God is telling Pharaoh to, let his people go. And he's refusing to let them go. Like, let them go so they can come worship me. And it's like he just doesn't want to do it. And even after he lets them go, he still continues to try to pursue them more and more and more to the point to where it's like, okay, the Pharaoh just gets destroyed because he doesn't want to listen. It's like you can't you can't fight against the will of God. And that's what it seems like the situation is going to be with this person. It's like this person keeps trying to interfere with me. God is telling them no, but they still continue to keep going, keep going, keep going. And no matter how many things knocks them down or gets in their way to tell them no, they're just ignoring it and like, no, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to eventually get it. Like, no, you're not going to eventually get it. You're either going to hurt yourself or it's going to be something that you don't even want. And this person, I believe, I don't even want to talk about that. It's just crazy. I'm going to keep my mind off of that part. Um, then he reminds me again of around the first time when I met the person, and I think it was possibly someone else that was, no, it was someone else around that had said to me, having too much empathy for people is something that's going to get you hurt. And I'm like, what? Because at the time I didn't understand it. I'm like, this don't even make no sense. But it's like now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay. And now with this person come around me and saying the things that they're saying and acting the way that they're acting, I'm like, okay, so what is the person trying to tell me, that I'm too nice or something? Because how can a person be too nice? But then this is the part. It's like we can go around thinking that people are nice or thinking they're a certain type of way, and it can totally just flip on us. It could just be that the person is quiet, the person keeps to themselves, the person likes to keep the peace. Those are usually the ones that you need to watch, because if you do something, then they flip their lid, then it's going to be, oh, people want to call the cops, people want to do this, people want to do that, but then, they're the ones that's stirring up all the trouble. I don't know. People just be so busy all the time, all the time. I don't know. But God just let me know, like, just remember, like my word says, I will never leave you nor forsake you. And as long as you have enemies, they become my enemies also. And I'm like, okay. He's like, daytime is up. Like I told them to stop. They don't want to stop. They want to keep coming for you, and you're not even doing anything to them. I'm like, okay. He said, you don't have nothing to worry about. But what they have to worry about is anytime they come for you, they better be prepared for my anger. I was like, okay. Like this is... So So this was all this morning. So then probably about maybe 2, maybe 3 in the afternoon, I was listening to something here on YouTube. And it was a video that just confirmed everything that happened this morning. I said, OMG, God definitely works in mysterious ways. And the communication is just, it can be scary, but it's amazing at the same time, too, because it's like, wow, it's amazing. But I just wanted to come on here to share that. Just in case anybody else they've ever gone through the same thing too, or if they experience some things. Like it's definitely real. If you tell me your story, I definitely believe you. I'm not going to be one of those ones that's going to be like, oh no, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, that don't make sense. No, it definitely makes sense. And I feel so sorry for those who don't believe, because like if you don't believe and you do the things that you do, God is definitely going to make you a believer, because it's only so much that you're going to be allowed to continue to keep doing until you take heed to the message and you listen.